I felt it in the quiet, in the way you turned away. The love we swore would last forever faded slowly every day. I held on to your every word, hoped you'd never leave my side. But the cracks grew wide between us, no matter how I tried. I gave my heart without reserve, but you let go before I could serve. You let go first, and I didn't see the moment our forever became history. You let go first and left me here, holding on to memories while you disappeared. I replay the little moments, the laughter, the tears, the fights. I see the day you stopped trying, and it haunts my lonely nights. I learned to smile through the heartbreak, pretend I wasn't torn. But love shouldn't feel this heavy when it's already gone. I stayed too long in the shadow of you, believed in a love that you outgrew. You let go first, and I didn't know that love could slip so quietly before it could grow. You let go first and left me here, counting every heartbeat while you disappear. Maybe I loved too blindly, maybe I stayed too long, but there's nothing worse than watching the one you love move on. I don't hate you, I just grieve for the love that I couldn't keep. You let go before I could fight, before I could plead. You let go first, and I'm still here, picking up the pieces of what disappeared. You let go first, but I'll survive. I'll carry what's left of us, even though it's goodbye. You let go first, and maybe that's okay. But I remember the love we had, even though it slipped away. I held your hand through the storms, carried your pain like my own. I learned every word you left unsaid, every cold glance, every stone. I smiled through nights of doubt, pretended I could hold the weight. But love isn't meant to hurt like this, or break someone quietly at the gate. I try to reach you through the silence, you just let it fall like nothing mattered. You stopped trying while I was still here, fighting for a love that disappeared. You stopped trying and left me alone, holding all the pieces of a heart that was never full someone you love grow gone. I don't hate you, I just stay for all the moments you let fade, for every word left unspoken, for every effort you never made. You stopped trying, and I finally see love can't survive when it's only one heart beating. You stop trying, and I'll stop waiting too. I'll carry what's left of me while you disappear from view. You stop trying, and now I know I can't hold a love that won't let me grow. I cried in rooms you never noticed, smiled just so you'd stay. I learned how to carry all the weight and call it love that way. You heard the cracks in my voice, but souls to look away. I kept asking for a little more. You kept saying someday. I gave you all the one inside. You called it my mistake to let me break right in your hands, watch me fall apart and still didn't stand. You let me break and caught it fate, like loving me was something you couldn't learn to stay for or save. I've been till I lost my sleep, trying to fit your world. I swallowed every hurt I felt, just to be your girl, just to be your everything. You said I was too sensitive, too much to hold. Well, love shouldn't feel this heavy, I'll leave you feeling cold. I beg for truth, not perfection. You gave me distance just as protection. You let me break, I'll say you can't close when it was easy, left when it was hard to be fair. You let me break so you wouldn't have to. I paid the price for loving you in ways you never knew how to. Maybe you didn't mean to hurt me, but you saw me hurting and stayed quiet. The silence did more damage than any fight we ever tried to hide. I don't hate you, I just hate that I loved you more than me, and you let that be enough to slow you and me. You let me break when I needed you most. I was drowning in us while you stayed afloat. You let me break, now I see it clear. 'Cause I'm taking up the pieces now, learning how to breathe again. You didn't break me on purpose, but you let me break in the end. I watch the space you left behind, filled with shadows I can't escape. I trace the echoes of your laugh and the memories you didn't take. I held on to the love we built like it was mine to keep, but you walked away without a word and left me here to bleed. I thought we had forever, but forever ended for me. You moved on easily while I'm stuck in the past, holding on to the pieces of a love that couldn't last. You moved on easily while I'm drowning in pain. I'm still counting the heartbeats you left behind in vain. I see you smile in someone else, hear your voice in their embrace. I stay behind in our empty room, feeling lost in your space. I replay the times I loved you most, every word, every kiss, and it hurts to see you let go, like I was just a miss. I gave you all my patience, all my hope and my trust. You moved on so easily, like I didn't matter much. You moved on easily while I'm stuck in the past, holding on to the pieces of a love that couldn't last. You moved on easily while I'm drowning in pain. I'm still counting the heartbeats you left behind in vain. Maybe love is cruel sometimes, maybe hearts just part this way. I can hate you for your freedom, but I ache for the price I paid. I gave you all I had to give, I stayed when I should've gone. You moved on like it was nothing, but I'm still holding on. You moved on easily while I'm trapped in our song. I'm learning to let go, but the wound feels so wrong. You moved on easily while I'm left to pretend I loved you with everything, and you moved on without an end. You moved on easily, and I can't change what's true, but I'll remember the love I gave, even if you forgot to. I still sleep on your side of the bed, like you might come home late. Your jacket's hanging by the door, I never moved it away. Your laugh still lives in this room, in the corners, in the air. I talk to ghosts of moments you don't even know. You said love changing, people do too. I didn't know that meant losing you. You loved me loud before the silence moved in, before your eyes stopped looking for mine like they used to back then. You loved me last before I begged you to stay. Now I'm just someone you remember, and I still feel you every day. I replay every I'm fine you said, trying to hear the truth, wondering which part of me was never enough for you. I learned your moods, your shadows, your fears you wouldn't confess. I held you through your breaking while my winter noticed. I gave you my heart with no defense. You gave yours until it made sense. You loved me last when your touch still meant home. Now your name feels heavier than being alone. You loved me last before love felt like war. I was fighting for us, you were already out the door. If love is a season, you were my summer. Now I'm learning how to survive the cold. I don't hate you, I just miss the version of you that never let me go. Did you feel it fading slowly, or did it leave you all at once? Was I blind, or was I hopeful, or was I just too much? You loved me last, and I didn't know it then. I thought we were just tired, not reaching the end. You love me last, and I wish I'd known the day I would have held you harder before you slipped away. If loving you was a lesson, I learned it the hard way. Love somebody new someday, but you love